Hello students, today we are going to continue the next part of the chapter, the tsunami. Part 2. In this part of the story, we are going to see the story from Thailand. But before we have seen the story of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where we have seen so many people how they have been reacted to the incident before and after the tsunami. Now we are going to see in the second part the story from Thailand, one girl, and the girl name is Tilly Smith, and who was a British schoolgirl, was saving so many peoples when they were celebrating Christmas in the Phuket beach in Thailand. That time, what happened on that time, the tsunami, how it came there, and how the little girl saved the lives of many people over there, we are going to see in this part 2 of the chapter, the tsunami. Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket Beach in Thailand. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughters to be intervened on television and made it into a heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? Now here is a story from Thailand. So Tilly Smith is a British schoolgirl who was saved many peoples in the tsunami when it was there in the Phuket beach in Thailand. So this was a very, we can say that, which made the girl famous, but still the parents are not allowing their daughter to be intervened on television and made it in a heroine way. And he had, we can say that that girl has won so many awards, but still their parents are hiding it. They are not making a famous or making showing off their daughter as a famous heroine or on the television to be intervened. Why do you think they took that decision? Why they are taking that decision? Let us see from the story from Thailand what was actually happened on that time. The Smith family from southeast England, that means the Smith family, Tilly Smith family, was staying in southeast England while celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. That means they have came to celebrate the Christmas in southern Thailand. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. So here the family members are Tilly Smith, who is of 10 years old, and her little sister, who was 7 years old, and their parents, her mother name was Penny and her father name was Colin Smith. And it was on 26 December 2004. We are discussing about on what happened on 26 December in so many places on the in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and now we are going to now we are studying about the Thailand, what has happened. So it was on 26 December 2004, the same day and year. On the other place, deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. That means a tsunami has been already on their way. The waves were so fast when they were standing on the Phuket beach. They saw that it was something behaving in a strange way. They had been triggered. That means caused by a massive earthquake. Massive means very large earthquake, that is shaking of the earth of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. That morning itself they got a sense of earthquake when they were on that place Thailand. And it was the Sumatra. Sumatra is one of the ocean. Earlier in the morning they got the shake of that ocean of earthquake when they were there. So next let's see that what happened there. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered the beach was getting smaller and smaller. I didn't know what was happening, but Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. So she was saying what Penny Smith she remembered. What happened? She was seeing that the water is going back in such a way that it was making a very big large wave to come back. So the beach was getting smaller and smaller, as you have seen, and that means as you have visited so many beaches, in that you can see that the water will go very fast back, and in the same way it will come again. With how much force it is going back, with the same force it will come back. So in the same way, the beach where Penny Smith is seeing that the beach is going, that the water is going back and back, and the water level at the beginning is low, very low, that I don't know what was happening. That means Penny Smith was shocked. She was shocked to see that what was happening, why the strange thing is happening in the beach. But Tilly Smith, that is the girl, 10-year-old girl, sensed that something was wrong. She got something in his mind that something is going to be wrong. What? Very quickly he got in her mind that going back to the geography lesson where she has learned something about that tsunami. So in England, before 2 weeks only, before she came to Thailand, before 2 weeks only, she has learned that about this incident with the with the video clip from their school. So like that, and she was thinking about that, whether it might be like that. So with her family. So what happened now? But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. So she was taking up again the geography lesson and thinking about 2 weeks before we have learned something about such an incident which was shown by our teacher at school. So now she is thinking about that incident in Thailand where she came to celebrate the Christmas. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to foam, bubble and form whirlpools. So you have seen in the washing machine, it will scroll inside. So like that the water is coming like whirlpools on that area. So she remembered that she had seen this in class in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Such an incident she has saw in the video, which was shown by her teacher in the video, that has been the incident of Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Hawaiian Islands where the tsunami hit on 1946, that has been shown to Tilly Smith by her teacher in a video which was remembered by Tilly Smith when she was on the same situation where she was standing now in Thailand, where she could see that the water is coming in such a way. And her geography teacher had shown her class the video and told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. The earthquake of that means the tsunami comes in such a way that can be caused by earthquake, that is the slight shaking of the earth. Volcanoes, we can see the sudden eruption of the earth, and these landslides, we can say that the land which will be with the soil, it will be falling very fast. So in such 3 cases the tsunami can hit. So like that her teacher has been explained to them, that has been remembered by Tilly Smith on the situation where she was standing on Thailand in the Phuket beach. So let's see that next what she is doing there. Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. She got more and more hysterical, said her mother. Her mother is saying that she was screamed in such a way that we all were shocked and were frightened that what was happened. She was talking about the earthquake under the sea. She was telling the family that earthquake has come under the sea. We have to move from here, and she was got more and more hysterical. That means hysterical, which means crying and loudly shouting in such a way that we are uncontrollable. When we are in such a situation, we are not able to express anything. We used to shout and we used to loudly scream in such a way that the girl was shouting over there. Her mother was shocked and she was frightened to see her daughter over there like that. So, Penny, I didn't know what a tsunami was. She was saying, her mother is saying, Penny, that is, I don't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So her father is telling that Penny, that is to her mother, telling that I don't know what is tsunami. She is telling, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So that father is getting such an guessing that something is going to happen seriously. That is why my daughter is shouting. She has read somewhere, so that is why she is insisting us to do something. So let us see what we can do for that. So Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach. They were taking the children, that is Tilly and her sister, from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. They went to the hotel in the swimming pool, and a number of other tourists also left the beach with them. As Tilly was screaming so loudly, the other tourists also watched it, and they were also frightened that something might be happen in the beach. Let us go. So by seeing Tilly Smith, they also left the beach with them. So then it was as if the entire sea had came out after them. I was screaming, run. The family took refuge, that means shelter, in the third floor of the hotel. That means what happened, as the sea has been going back and back, the entire sea has come again with this great force that I was screaming, that Tilly started to scream, run, run. The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. So in the bucket beach of the hotel, in the third floor, they took the shelter, and the other tourists also, and the building withstood. That means it was still stand, it was not fallen. It was very strongly was standing on the surge, we can say, rescue of 3 tsunami waves. That means it was surge of 3 tsunamis. It was standing, withstand over there. Within 3 tsunamis, waves also came over there. The building has not fallen. So if they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. So if they the parents might thought that my daughter might be telling something, anything else, so we should not take care of it. If such a thing has happened, they would have all washed away in the water. Because of now Tilly, on the beach of that incident, they have saved their life, not only of the life of their family, but many other family, we can say many other tourists who came with them, and other who stayed have been washed away in the water. So the Smiths later met other tourists who had lost entire families. That means the tourists who met later, who were there on the beach, have been lost their entire family. But the other who came with them have thanked to Tilly and her geography lesson they had been forewarned. That means to the geography lesson who has taught them, the teacher, they have been thanking them, and they have been thanking for the forewarning made by the children before, by showing them such an we can say that such a thing which students know and then they are having it in the real life, it is a warning sign given to all of also. So the other people are thanking the family members as well as the teacher who had taught the geography lesson. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates. Terrifying tale, that means story she was telling to the classmates when she went back to England. See, it was like a nightmare come true. Like, that means what she has seen in the video shown by her teacher has come to the real. So it was like she has saved many people. At the same time, she was very happy that as a small girl, that she has learned something, and she has forewarning to the people that made her so much proud about himself, as well as she was very much happy to see the people after saving them. So this was the story of Tilly Smith in the Thailand. Have the next part of the chapter in the next video of this lesson. In that we will see the third part, where we are going to see where animal have sensed the tsunami before it came. Thank you.